Hello, welcome to the I Am Badass series. This is Lani, and today, here's the intention for this video. You're not depressed, stop it. So before we get started, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon so you know every week when I release these epic videos that are seriously changing my life. I test them on me first, and then I test them on my clients, and then they work, and then I share them with you, baby. So we're gonna talk today about how to overcome our feelings. Depression is a big one, anxiety, sadness, anger, because I think all of those negative feelings put together put us into this state of depression. And I already have goosebumps. So I'm gonna share the first time that I learned that this worked. It took me a while to actually want to stop feeling sorry for myself, to actually it's so crazy that we get so comfortable in these negative feelings and these victim stories. And it's like, I come from a family who is there's a lot of drug addiction in my family. So I look at that and I'm like, dude, I can see their body physically gets it. Like, they literally go through the gnarliest withdrawals. Have you ever seen someone withdraw from heroin or Xanax, or they've done the last crazy drugs they were doing? It sent one of my siblings into psychosis. They had to put him in a induced coma. Their bodies literally are reacting. Their bodies are physically addicted and reacting. And so when I go through this process of, okay, the perfectionist, the anxiety, the depression, the unhappiness, my body is physically reacting. Your body is physically reacting. That's why when you hear people be like, oh, just journal about it. It's like, well, where's the real talk about, it literally feels like you trying to stop the Titanic from a full-blown, full steam ahead, stopping it at the last second, and you hit the iceberg every single time. So the first time that I was like, oh my gosh, this really works, I had a life coach in Bali, and she was in France traveling, and I had just gotten a massage from somebody who was massaging all my friends, and they'd come to your house. So in my own home, he attacked me and tried to rape me. Sent me into a fucking spin out, so gnarly. I just left my body. I was sexually abused as a child, so that trigger I was I just left my body. I was crying hysterically, then dry heaving, then screaming. I was angry, I was depressed, I was scared. I just couldn't handle and couldn't process the emotions. And I emailed her because we were in totally different time zones, and I was like, I need to talk to you, just the full-blown codependent, I'm gonna put this trauma on you. This is how I'd always done it. I would call my parents or my friends, and it's just you put the trauma on them, and then you look for them to fill you up and make you feel better and take your pain away. And that doesn't work long term. I guarantee you that if you're here struggling with these things, it's because what you're doing isn't working. And it's not like you're an idiot, but we can't just continue to do the same things that aren't working and then feel sorry for ourselves and wonder why they're not working. So I emailed her and was like, oh my God, I'm out of my body. I'm losing my mind. Oh my God. And she emailed back and she was like, do not go into victim mode. This is how I read it. It was just an email. Do not go into victim mode. She said, you are an Amazon warrior woman. You are strong. Do not go back on all the work we've been doing. And I have goosebumps. I came back in my body and was I'm reading the email. I'm like, oh my God, this is love. Because I was surrounded by people who I would go to the little cafe, and the surfer guys in Bali would they would start making fun of me. Oh, I heard you got, making fun of me about getting sexually attacked. That's so not how to process right? That's not a processing way. So that was one thing. And then my girlfriends were like, oh my God, that's horrifying. And they weren't trying to make me feel bad, but it was this, oh yes, this permission to leave your body and lose your power because what you went through was so traumatic. And that didn't make me feel more powerful. When I got this message of truth, because my point is we have gnarly experiences. I don't know one person who can't tell me a gnarly story. If they really get vulnerable, I would I would cry because we've all gone through these insane things. But yet when it comes to our own experiences or trauma or the mountains that we're climbing, it's oh my God, this is harder. And I'm telling you, this is like really gnarly traumatic event. So you know that it's not like, oh, Lonnie's like Mrs. Perfect and she's never been through anything hard and she was just born this way. It's like, dude, no, I wasn't. Like, I have climbed mountains. I have gone through trauma. I have had these crazy ups and downs. And when I sat there, just in that little bit of time between after the incident happened and then after I got her email, like, I was in my head and it was like so subconscious. I wasn't even fully aware of it, but I went back to the same stories. Like, this is the reason I dated fucked up men. This is the reason I dated men that cheated on me and abused me. And it was this reason. It was because what I was saying over and over in my head was, oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with me? What did I do? This is so gnarly. Like, am I a whore? Am I disgusting? Do I deserve this? I must deserve this. That's what was repeating. And so then, like, those are the conversations, even if I'm not going out straight to a lunch and being like, oh my God, I'm a whore, I deserved it. Like, there's an underlying tone. Like, you can feel an energy when people are talking. You can feel an energy. This is why I'm so picky about who I hang out with. This is why I'm so picky about who I work with. I pay a lot of freaking money to be around people that are going to, it's like, we don't need, I'm not saying, oh, be heartless and be a robot and deny that anything happened and be like, I'm fine. That's just not how it works. That's not what I'm saying. But my point is, there's clearly a reason why humans were created to go through these really gnarly events that were just like hard. There's a reason why, because there's not one human in the entire world who doesn't have to do their own hero's journey. So if this is the way, like, I think one of the confusing things for me was I was like, oh, all pain's gonna go away, all suffering is gonna go away, everything hard's gonna go away when I'm done, when I'm fixed. And I had to really let that go, because it's like, we could get triggered all day, every day. Your partner can trigger you, work can trigger you, a little bit of rejection. So you're not depressed, stop. You're not anxious, stop. Like, yeah, you're feeling these human emotions, and that's okay to be human and feel. Like, I'm never like, oh my God, Lani, you're a fucking failure. You just like got triggered, or you're not perfect. We're going to feel these human emotions, but it's not like, I am not like a rape victim. I am not like I'm not going to identify with the things that I don't want. So the answer is, stop talking about things that you don't want. And we have to stop identifying with these negative feelings, because you are not alone and you are not the only woman in the world that has these negative feelings or has these negative thoughts. Every woman, the person that you look up to the most in the entire world, the woman that you think is perfect, she has these. The woman that you look down on and think is a loser, she has these. Like, every woman in the entire world from every spectrum has to live life the same way. We have struggles, we have hardships, we get afraid, we get triggered. There's always going to be that. So if we can just accept that, it's like, I have to breathe. Okay, so I'm gonna have human emotions. Okay, but this is the reason why most people don't change, right? So it's like, have you ever, like read a book? I remember the first time I read Eckhart's book. It wasn't The Power of Now, it was A New Earth. And I was in a gnarly abusive marriage, like literally wanting to die every day. And I read it and I was like, oh my God, I'm enlightened. Like, this is it. Like, I'm so healed. Okay, I was not enlightened. I also went to Tony Robbins' Unleash the Power of Now. And I felt so high during the weekend. I was like, oh my God, like, this is it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm changed. Like, I'll never have these problems again. And then it's like, you leave the high of the workshop and then you get rejected and then you have the problems again. So in my mind, I was looking for this, like, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's hard. So instead of me deciding, oh my gosh, I'm going to get stronger because these rejections aren't personal, everybody is just putting forth the stories and their fears running through in their mind. So if somebody's mean to me, it's like, I have a little mantra. I'm like, oh, it's not personal. It's not about me. That's the story that they're running in their mind. But I was looking for it to go away, so we can just accept that it's not going to go away, and we don't need to be perfect. And the problem is continuing to strengthen and talk about our negative feelings. So can I get a freaking, commitment in the comments? Like, I am done obsessing over my negative feelings. I am done identifying with my negative feelings. And I'm not going to talk about the shit that I don't want. Like, can I get you to say that in the comments? I'm done, right? And that doesn't mean that it's going to go away, but that means that in the moment when you need this promise to yourself the most, I am not going to run this, how could they do that to me? Or, oh my God, this horrible event, or even something really traumatic. I get it, dude. I've been through some serious trauma in my life. But if I sat here telling you that I'm powerless and, oh my God, all men are evil and I'm a rape victim and I'm a victim and I'm a victim, then that's how that would be my life. And I'm not. I'm a freaking badass, man. Like the one thing that I do all day, every day is change this talk in my head. So something will happen, right? We go into fight or flight, we go into survival mode. Oh my God. And then what I do, I use all of my energy to change that because I know that I can think greater than how I feel. And I know that if I focus on what I don't want, I'm going to get what I don't want. And I know that I'm not my negative emotions because you have those. Your mama has them. My mama has them. That's not who I am. That's just part of the human experience. Then I know, if I want to feel better and if I want to let go of that story, then I will stop talking about it and I will start talking about the shit that I can do and the things that I do want. And it's so amazing. So if you are like totally ready to go deeper into this, again, like there's no magic pill, but like I don't hear you complaining about, oh my God, I can't believe I have to work out more than once in my life. It's like, we're smart enough to not complain about that. We can surely not complain about this and be like, oh, you mean it gets better and I get happier and I get more energy? Like that's fun. Then sign up for my next masterclass because I'm going to literally teach you. It's not a one-hit wonder or a magic pill, but right, give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man how to fish, he eats for the rest of his life. And that's what I'm after. So just go to www.7extraenergy.com to get your ticket. We'll put the link in the description. Thank you for listening. Stop talking about what you don't want. Stop identifying with the negative emotions and feelings, and then come back to this video and let me know. Try this for 24 hours and then let me know how you feel when you stop the negative talk. All right, thanks for listening. Don't forget to hit the like button. Talk to you soon.